Hello everyone, I'm Iriris. Today I'm going to talk about Detective Conan. I'll be discussing Detective Conan manga chapter 1111 today. First, let's quickly recap the happenings in this chapter. The chapter continues where we left off. According to Conan, a mechanism may have been set up to start the fire. Kobayashi says to have never seen a setup like that. Conan says that one of the pots on the side has fallen. Hybra claims that when she jumped down, she accidentally knocked the pot over. Conan discovers a burnt potato chip underneath the overturned flower pot. He recalls Kaisuke attempting to buy chips at the grocery store as a snack. He thinks that Kaisuke from the next class may have snuck out. Then he thinks that Takuma might have done it to cover up crushing the tulip, and Maria might have done it to put off the parents' meeting. He's adding them both to his list of suspects because of this. There are therefore a total of 3 suspects: Kaisuke, Takuma, and Maria. Genta gives Conan the pen and notebook that are on his desk after he requests for them. But Conan's pencil's nib is running out. Hybra asks children to give Conan the nib box on her desk when Conan asks her to. Conan is given the nib box by Takuma. Takumi's hand is wet and Conan notices it, but he immediately changes the subject. Conan then tells Hybra that he will utilize the kitchen timer from home economics lesson in an experiment and requests that she bring it. When Kobayashi claims they don't have time for an experiment, Conan responds that it's okay because they will be able to identify the culprit as a result of the experiment. We see the Kudo's home on the next page. Yukiko is conversing with Yusaku while disguised as Edogawa Fumiyo. Yusaku says that they are lucky that Akai is away from home because to the FBI meeting because otherwise it would be challenging to explain why Yukiko is wearing a disguise. Yukiko wonders how long Shinichi will keep his true identity a secret from Akai. Yusaku claims that Akai may have already discovered Shinichi's true identity. Then Yukiko begins talking about Wakasa. She says that Wakasa is an ex-bodyguard wanting revenge against a member of the Black organization. Yusaku claims that Wakasa was the one who posted the case files online, that she watched site visitors. And after seeing Agasa's computer visit the site frequently, Wakasa starts working as an assistant teacher at the school, so she tries to get closer to Conan. This was Akai and Yusaku's joint guess. When Yukiko asks if Shinichi is aware of this, Yusaku responds that Shinichi is aware of it as well, and even he agrees. Yusaku warns she not to let her guard down even though Yukiko says that Wakasa is a nice person. He says that Wakasa can be the type of person who will do anything to reach her goal. He also claims that Wakasa is still working as a teaching assistant because she has discovered that the person she intends to avenge is nearby, or for some other reason. Then Yusaku asks Yukiko why she came to his study room. Yukiko says she wants to use the tablet. Yukiko mentioned tablet also used in Yusaku Kudo's TV showcase. We then return to the Conan side. Kobayashi brought the kitchen timer. However, the timer is malfunctioning. Kobayashi says she tested it and it worked great. When Conan carefully checks the timer, he notices that the battery cover is about to fall off. With a coin, the cover can be opened. Conan then asks of Hybra whether she has a 10-yen coin. She says to have 100-yen coins in her wallet. Then Conan asks Maria as to whether she has a 10-yen coin. Maria says she has 100 yen and 50-yen coins in her wallet. This time, Conan asks Takuma the same question. Takuma says he has 2 10-yen coins but he uses them to buy protection. Kaisuke says he has 10-yen coin and he can give it. Conan says that there is no need for this, he has already found out who the culprit is. When Kobayashi asks who the culprit is, Conan says he will tell them before the evidence of the trick is lost. This is the chapter's quick summary. I want to start by discussing who burns the tulips. The suspect's motivations were as I stated in the last video. But I was unable to identify the culprit. Did you figure out who did it? The kitchen timer's battery may have been used by the culprit to start a fire. The fire might begin with potato chips and then move to tulips. Conan may have asked as to who has 10 yen coins for this reason. Takuma's hand is wet, which is another thing I noticed in this chapter. Takuma's hand is wet, but why? Another topic I'd want to talk about is Akai. Shinichi still hasn't revealed his true identity to Akai. So Yusaku didn't mention anything at the tea party. Akai and Amuro haven't yet learned Shinichi's true identity, but I think they both seem to be guessing. Of course, I also want to talk about Wakasa. Wakasa, according to Yusaku, is the one who posted the case files online. As a result of Agasa's computer frequently visiting the website, she began working as an assistant teacher at the school. If this is the case, it makes sense how Wakasa was able to get the list of victims of apoptoxin 4869. She most likely got access to the organization's computer system and took the list from there. But there's something here that I don't get. If that's the case, why did Wakasa first only become interested in Conan? So, if I were Wakasa, I would be interested in Agasa or Hibara, who lived in Agasa's house. Conan and the other kids who visit Agasa's home are definitely remarkable, but they aren't the ones I would choose to focus in the first place. However, when Wakasa first showed up, she only paid attention to Conan and ignored Agasa and the other children. She is also interesting with Hibara at the moment, but it happened later. And she is still uninterested in Agasa right now. It's possible that Wakasa, who I stated in the earlier video, is the one who leaked the case information. But I'm curious why Wakasa just focused on Conan when it first came out. What do you think of it? Wakasa may have chosen to work as a teacher because she learned who Ron was. She might also be interested in learning more about apoptoxin 4869. I also want to talk quickly about Yukiko. Yukiko wanted to do some study before attending the parent meeting. Was it something about Wakasa? Those are the things I wanted to talk about this chapter. I want to make one last point before I end the video. Have you seen out the posts from Detective Conan's official Twitter account? 4 places have Shinichi's posters been hung. I think Shinichi will appear soon. Aoyama already said this in Let's Talk with Gasho Aoyama Day 2023. Perhaps Shinichi will appear in the upcoming series that will begin with chapter 11-13. What did you think of this chapter? Please share your views with me in the comments. That's it for today. Thanks for watching the video till the end.